and I keep in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm.
It's week 5 of the NFL, and this one features Trevor Lawrence. There were plenty of highlights for him in last week's game, nearly 500 yards through the air. It's the Jags and the Texans, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
The calendar may say autumn, but the first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Now the root, and right away he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams split plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Lawrence will throw. Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Touchdown! Christian Kirk is 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Patterson back out there to send this one away. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce. And Charles, he's a rookie. He's put it on the ground once. Maybe defensively now they're saying, okay, we can get this young buck to cough it up 2-3 times. He's got to be careful here.
Yeah, they do tend to zero in on the young runners because once one comes out, as you noted, you think there's an opportunity for more. This is where you have to get with that guy and say, all right, they're going to come after you, but we believe in your talents. Take care of the football, and let's go.
The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. 17 carries, 114 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. And one more time, here's Kirk. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's the second-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Mills. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. He's got a man, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now Lawrence on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jaguars take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 24. They'll get things started with a carry by Pierce. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Mills to throw it. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
On 1st down, Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. The Jags and Christian Kirk making their way back out on offense. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball. All right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, they go through the league the first time and they're hot. People going, wow, what a...
He's got him in, complete. And they're going to be set up now with a goal at the 13-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the... Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from going up by 30. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of
Brandon Cooks. He's at the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Texans football to start quarter 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mills. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Josh Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jags are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And a round is on here in this first half. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket, beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
To throw, Mills.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now Mills. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. First and 10, it's Pierce.
Oh, able to avoid him. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll go down at the 28.
7 yards there and a first down. Here's Mills.
That's caught by Howard. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mills.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. O.J. Howard. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Texans are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football.
Fields it right around the goal line. The Jags and Christian Kirk making their way back out on offense.
He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the...
He's got a man, complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 26 yards.
And the Jaguars just continue to roll. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes Davis Mills in the offense, ready for another drive.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes, too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mills now. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mills. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. Mills to the air again. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mills. That's caught. It's Chris Moore. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 3rd and short yardage, Mills. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
From the 31, Mills. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him?
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mills looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Texans take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The Jags and Christian Kirk making their way back out on offense. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in.
And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Etienne is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it. And he gets it done.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At their own 14-yard line.
From the gun, here's Mills.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Josh Allen, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Well, it has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Looking to throw is Mills. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though?
Absolutely.
Who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Now Lawrence.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Lawrence going to throw again.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Blocked right.
And a 11-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At their own 26.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
from the shotgun. It's Mills. Cooks on the quick slant. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And he's got it to about the 40.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mills can't get away, and down he goes.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Mills. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on for the 5th time here today.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Jags and Christian Kirk making their way back out on offense.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more.
He's got him in. Complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
And now out comes Houston.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Mills throw completed to Mechie.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Mills to throw it.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He'll look to set up his blockers.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Touchdown! Calvin Ridley, 41 yards.
And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them is the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, After we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Operating from the gun. Mills under pressure again, and down he goes again. Trayvon Walker getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. On third down, here's Pierce. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
13 yards, the tally on the return there.
Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Now Lawrence on first down.
Open man, Arcega-Whiteside.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
On first and 10, it's Lawrence.
That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Lawrence will throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Once more, ETN. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. They'll try to run with ETN.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Jaguars are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. On first and 10, Mills.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
A first down throw for Mills.
His throw incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked by Trayvon Mullen.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Houston set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw, Mills. And a pressure gets to him again.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
This offense so far on 3rd down, can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Going for it with Pierce.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Jags grab it. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his.
And now before the ball changes hands, we're going to take a look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just...
That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this off.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Mills on 1st down.
And that's complete to Cooks.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now Mills. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Throwing, Mills.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. This is fielded at the 7, and he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. That one looks like he'll throw here. Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to speed things up here.
On 1st down, Lawrence.
And that's caught inside the 35. Uses the stiff arm.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. 67 yards. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Patterson now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
One last shot from Mills. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And it's good, but it's also of little consequences. This game is over. Well, on the run side, you try to take away something